We have got a great guest coming up. Everybody in the world knows who he is. Everybody knows his name. He knows when you're pouting. He knows when you're not pouting. He knows when you're good or bad. And this guy is going to blow you away because he is probably on everybody's lips right now. And you're thinking, well, it's not even Thanksgiving yet. He's a busy man. We can't get him during that time or you won't get any presents. Yes, if you guessed Santa Claus, you guessed correctly. So I'm going to bring Santa on here and you are going to meet the real Santa Claus.
Oh,
Santa, how you doing?
one of my favorite songs, Jerry. Thank you so much. Good to see you tonight.
It's great seeing you. And how's everything up in the North Pole? Are
You
you
know,
are you are you ready for Thanksgiving?
I am. Ready for some good food, some pies and some turkey, but it's also cookie time for me. So we like that and getting ready just like everybody else is. But it's busy, busy, busy here at the North Pole with all the things that we have to do to prepare for that other holiday that's coming up, and that is, well, as you know, Christmas.
That is correct. Christmas. And Santa, Christmas time is a time that families get together and you bring a lot of joy. And I've had these children to ask me, they send me some questions to kind of put to you. They want to know, how do you and the elves make so many toys?
Well, that's a great question. One, well, there's a lot of elves, and two, we work hard all year long. It's not just the week before Christmas or a month ahead of time. We're working on them all year. We get intelligence from a lot of people that tell us what the popular toys are going to be, and we work hard to make sure that our stock keeps going up and up and up for sure. So that's how we do it.
So, the old things people used to say, well, golly, Santa's got a great job. He only works like 1 month or so out of the year like that. But it takes a lot of elves and a lot of directions. And, oh,
Well, that's for sure. Christmas Eve is the payoff. Christmas Day is the payoff. But we start right back again, already working with all my elves. My head elf, Bernard, he keeps up with a lot of the detail of what we are going to need and what we do need. But we're right away working on next Christmas. So it is a year round operation.
well, I tell you what, it has to be. And you've been doing this for many, 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 many years. I remember you when I was little. Uh, how, how, I want to know, what is the first toy you ever made?
Well, the
You, you,
first toy.
you-
That's really what I am as a toy maker. And the very first toy that I made, well, there were two of them. We wanted to have one for a girl and one for a boy back then. So we made a little truck. A little truck had wooden wheels on it. I thought it was glorious at the time. It was really quite a masterpiece the way we put it together. And then for a little girl, we sewed some dolls. We made a doll. She had blonde hair and a blue dress, as I recall. So those were the very first ones.
Now, I can imagine these children when they're waking up in the mornings and they see these wonderful toys and they're thinking, how did Santa know all these things? And another thing that they want to know is, how did you keep up with all the wish lists? Because you get thousands and thousands and billions of letters.
There's information coming in every day, every hour, every minute. And I've already mentioned him, but my head elf, Bernard, he takes care of organizing a lot of that information. I don't think I have a list right here by me, but we compile the lists and we sort them in certain ways by children's names and the places that they live. And we just keep up with it in an old fashioned system, but it works for us.
Well, I know that the song that was playing, it says Santa Claus is coming to town, and you know when they're sleeping, you know when they've been bad or good. Do you give the ones that's kind of like being a little bit naughty? You trying to tell them, okay, this is coming up, and give them a chance to change to be good?
Well, I think that every child is good at heart, Jerry. Sometimes all of us, we get off track just a little bit, but there's always time to improve and always time to be better. And, I get to visit with a lot of children, especially in December, right before Christmas happens. You can often see me at places. I don't know if you ever have it at the mall or down at the skating rink, or maybe even at a store that you might go to. But I'll be there and I get to encourage children. And I always tell them, would you like to know the 3 things that I tell them to help them stay on the nice list?
Yes, I would love to know because I need to write this one down myself.
Well, here they are, the most important ones to me. Number one, for them to be a good listener. And so many times, little ones, they get themselves in trouble because they have their own things that they're thinking about. But if they would just do that, listen to mom and dad and to whoever that's taking care of them, their teachers, grandparents, being a good listener, that's a great thing to do. Number two, whenever possible, at all times, be kind to each other, to your brother, to your sister, to your friends, to everyone around you. If you can show some kindness, then it makes the world a better place. And then number three, Jerry, it's an important one, but it's also what's the most dreaded one of the 3 that I often say to children. When I say the first 2, to be kind and to be a good listener, they understand that, but a lot of times their chin drops when I say the third one, which is to keep your room clean.
Oh, oh,
Important. But those are
yeah.
the 3. If you can do those 3 things, keep your head up, do good in school, all those things, you're assured to be somewhere on that nice list.
Well, I know it's my speaking for myself growing up, it was just so hard to make that bed up and things and
It
keep it
is.
straight because I was kind of hyper and I wanted to go play. Of course, you knew that because, oh well, I had to be reminded of those 3 things.
I think we talked about that several times. But yes, all the things that like chores that you don't want to do, but they're still very important, and there will always be time for the other things too. But that's what I encourage everyone to do is listen and be good. Sometimes, like I said, you get a little bit off track, you have a bad day, but there's always time to improve.
Let me ask you from my own personal thing here. What is the biggest challenges of being Santa?
Oh, I love my job. It's one of the greatest things that anyone could be. It's so great to be able to bring joy to people and see smiles on children's faces and to give them a special gift at Christmas and to be a part of that. I just love doing that and love seeing that happiness and that joy. I guess the hardest part, just keeping up with all the details. So there's, like you said before, there's millions of requests and we want to try to make as many of those wishes come true as possible, but sometimes we just can't get to all of them. So it's a challenge, but it's one that we take a head on.
Now, I when I've interviewed a couple stars, and one of their things and one of their challenges was is that they said, well, we can't go out to eat because people coming out and bother and stuff like that. And do you get a chance for you and Mrs. Claus to go out and eat? And do you ever have a child come up and says, "Are you Santa?"
Oh, sometimes that does happen. We do try to get out of the North Pole a couple times a year and go on what you call a vacation. We might make it to the beach. We might make it, somewhere else that's fun. And often, when I'm not wearing the red suit, children will still recognize me. They can recognize the spirit of Christmas everywhere they go, and I will certainly say hello to them and talk with them about all the things that they want to speak about. It's my pleasure to see young ones all during the year. But yes, we get out and try to have some fun.
And there's another question the little young man wanted to know. He wanted to
Mhm.
know what happens if a family doesn't have a chimney? And that's a
Oh,
good question.
that is a good question. But for that young man and anybody else who doesn't have one, or if you know someone who doesn't have a chimney, do not worry, because Santa has a magic key. It's here somewhere. I can't put my hands on it right now, but I have a magic key. And that key is full of fairy magic, and it opens every door in the entire world. But for those parents who are concerned about security, don't you worry, because the key only works if it's in my hand and only on Christmas Eve. That's the way the magic was built. But I get in with that key, just like coming down the chimney. I come through the door, slip in the gifts under the tree, and off we go. So no problem at all.
These kids come up with a lot of great questions that asked you, Santa, and one of them asked, thinking, "Well, I know it is cold up there, isn't it, in the North Pole?" And he's thinking, "Well, why did Santa pick the North Pole? Why didn't he pick like Hawaii or somewhere where it's nice and warm and toasty?"
Well, that's a good question. We needed to be in a place that we could build a workshop and have our own space and be away from the fray because well, kids, they get so excited. And if we were somewhere, let's say we were in South Carolina as our headquarters, somewhere near where you were, well, I think the visitors that would be coming by would just be too much for us to keep up with our work all year. So it's a climate that suits us. I like the cold weather. The reindeer, they like the cold weather. There's lots of elves around, so it's just the perfect spot for us.
That's what I kind of thought too, because most people go vacation kind of like in the kind of warmer climates,
Yes.
and you'd have all kind of interruptions knocking on the doors. The elves wouldn't get nothing done, would they?
Elves are
And
easily distracted. You must know a few. Yes, indeed.
now, my little dog named Buster, he kind of wants to know, do you have any pets?
Oh, all the time we do. There's lots of forest creatures that live near where we live. The reindeer, of course, they're not really pets, but they're part of the family. And we'll often have a dog or a cat or something along those lines that we keep. So absolutely, we love animals, and the animals that live around us at the North Pole are always welcome to drop by. So yes, big part of our life.
Now, I have a question for you from my wife, and what she's wanting to know is, uh, you know, where did you meet Mrs. Claus?
Oh, that's a good
Or how
question.
did you meet? Excuse me. How
People
did you
often
meet?
people often ask that. It's been in such a long time. Sometimes I get some of the details wrong, but I did meet her when we were much, much younger. She lived in a town where I was delivering toys, and well, we just got along so well. She had the same interest in loving children that I did, and that's how we decided to get together.
Well, I knew it had to be somewhere with toys and kids in it.
Yes, sir.
Now, Lydia, she makes cookies, and she makes all kind of little cookies like that. And she wanted to know, what is your favorite cookie?
Oh, I have two favorites. Number one, homemade. Number two, store bought. I haven't met a cookie I don't like, but I think that if you ask children what their most favorite one is, it's chocolate chip these days. And often they say, but with no nuts. So chocolate chip cookies, I love those. Uh, Snickerdoodles, I love those. Oreo cookies, I love those. Oatmeal raisin, I love those. Mint Milano cookies, I love those. Any and all of them. But if we're going to keep everybody happy, chocolate chip is a good way to go.
Well, it seems like that. I think your main favorite is just cookies.
Cookies. I'm a sort of a cookie aficionado, indeed. Yes.
Uh, and Santa, here's Caden Campbell here. She said, "Hello, Santa." She was wanting to say hello to you.
Hello
And
there, Caden. So good to hear from you.
and she's been real good. I know her. She's up in that North Carolina area,
Oh,
and so she's she was telling all about knowing you, and she's been extra good too.
yes, I know she has, and I just want her to know when you speak to her that we're so very proud of her, and we're so looking to coming and bringing her something special this Christmas.
Ah, she's gonna love it, love it. Jerry Kelly, Santa, you come my home. Uh, and I'm like Jerry Kelly said, Santa, please come to her home.
Yes, absolutely. 100% on the list. I'll be doing that. Well, not too far off now. It's just a few weeks, but on, as you know, not a day before, not a day after, but on December the 24th, Christmas Eve, we will certainly be making that visit. And make sure on Christmas Eve, especially, that you go to bed early. We can't come up on you and run into you and wake you up. So we want you in bed, get well rested because it's going to be exciting on Christmas morning.
That's right. Now, Santa, as someone want to know, says, how do you visit every house in one night? They said it just takes them so long just to get to their grandmother's house, but you visit around the world.
Yes, indeed. And it's all a little bit of Christmas magic, you know. We have it well planned out. That's one thing. We have a very fast sleigh. We're very organized, but that Christmas magic, it's put in there by fairies. And as the person who asked the question probably knows, fairy dust is what makes the magic. There's a color of fairy dust red that makes reindeer fly, and there's blue. Well, blue, of course, is the one that helps slow down time so we can get things done. It seems like in a flash, but we get them done with the magic of a little bit of fairy dust.
That's great. And Kaden said she's going to name drop here. She says, be sure you tell Santa that I'm her uncle. So,
Oh, indeed. Thank you so much.
and another one asked that, how do you fit down the chimney? Because he said he has a very small chimney, and he knows that Santa eats a lot of cookies.
I do eat a lot of cookies. Mrs. Claus has me on a program here the few months before Christmas to try to trim down just a little bit. But I'll tell you that by the time that Christmas is over and we've made all those stops, we're back up to regular old Santa size. But chimneys, sometimes a challenge, but so far we found a way to make our way down each and every one of them. So don't worry.
And Santa, how do the reindeer do the reindeer really fly? That's what he
Oh,
was asking. I had to reread that.
indeed, indeed, they do. We couldn't do it without reindeer. Uh, the reindeer don't fly on their own. We have a team of reindeer. You know them by name: Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen. And then, of course, there's Rudolph that's up at the front. Uh, they're all there, but they do have to try out each and every year for the team. We have 481 reindeer this year at the North Pole, and everybody has to keep in good shape and be able to carry the sleigh. And if you've heard, don't worry. I know some of you have called and written and are concerned about Comet. You heard about Comet hurting the foot, the hoof, but all healed up and ready to go for Christmas. Not a problem at all.
That is some great news. Great news. And what do the reindeer eat? Do they eat
Oh,
cookies?
well, they certainly try to get some cookies, but I don't know how many children know this. You can look this up on the Google, but reindeer we got to come to the North Pole from the Lapland in Europe, uh, an area near Finland, and there they have the treat that they love the most. That's called lichens. Lichens, lichens. It's like a little green furry moss, and they're like candy apples to reindeer. They just love it. So they love to eat lichens. They also love things like carrots and celery and peanut butter. They love oats, all kinds of things like that. So, but if they can get their hands on a cookie or two, just like everybody else, they love those too.
Now, is it true that Rudolph's nose lights up? Does that kind of help you guide when it's foggy and rainy? Because a lot of kids get worried that, if the weather's not well, it's like that, is how bright is Rudolph's nose?
Well, there's a lot of movies and television shows that have been made about me, about old Santa Claus. And the one that's called Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the part about Rudolph, they get pretty right. He does have a nose. He was born with it. We don't know why, but it does light up. And when we need it to be bright, well, he can really turn it on like a beacon, I tell you. And it's great to have him as part of the team. Not the largest reindeer. He's kind of a little fella, but the strength of that nose really pulls us through some tough times.
Well, some of the kids, and Caden's one of them, she wanted to know also the Santa like the Grinch. 'Cause she watches those movies like that, and I think she sounds like she's a little concerned.
Well, you know that Grinch fella. If you've watched any of the shows about him, and again, TV shows, movies, they get a lot of it right, but sometimes some of it's made up or they don't have it exactly right about me or about the reindeer or the elves or even the Grinch. But all the stories you've seen on the Grinch, he starts out a little bit on the bad side, but he always ends up on the right side of things. And that's what I always love about him. He tries to be grumpy, he tries to be grouchy, but at the end of the day, he has a big heart and wants to be a part of Christmas.
That's great because his heart gets bigger. And and this child is really concerned just to see how Mrs. Claus, the reindeers, and the elves are doing this year. Is concerned if they're good and healthy, and I thought that's pretty sweet asking about them.
That is so nice. I mentioned a little bit of trouble that one of the reindeer had with their hoof. Other than that, it's been a healthy, happy year. Everybody is good. Mrs. Claus, especially, her biggest problem is keeping up with me. But other than that, she's had a great year. The elves we've had a whole group of elves that have gone through some extra training. They've had to up their knowledge of technology as it keeps on changing. So it's been a good year for learning and for doing. But thank you so much for asking, because it's not just me, but it's all the people on the team. My head elf, Bernard, my wife, Mrs. Claus, all the elves. So thank you for being concerned, but everyone is doing very well.
Well, this another child was saying he knows that Mrs. Claus kind of fills you up, but do you have to eat your vegetables?
Oh, we all have to eat some vegetables. What I try to do is find the ones I like the most and ask for those. So that's my tip. Vegetables unto themselves are not bad. They can be very good. You just have to pick the ones you like the most and get your fill of them. They're certainly a good thing to have.
And another child wanted to know, where do you find flying reindeer? I think he's been looking for 'em. He sees deer here running around and jumping like that, and I think he's looking for him one.
Yeah, well, the deer that live around the southeastern United States, they're a different kind of deer than the ones we have. We have reindeer. Reindeer are the only animal, and again, you can look this up on the Google if you want to. They're the only animal that has fur from the very top of their head down to the bottom of their feet. So it helps with the landing. It makes it very soft. So it's important that they're part of it. But reindeer, as I said earlier, they don't fly on their own. They have to have a little bit of fairy dust magic, and we collect fairy dust throughout the year, and that's what gives them the ability to fly. Now, if you see a deer in the Carolinas flying, let someone know, because that's a problem.
And Robert Hudson wants to know,
Hello, Robert.
is he on the nice list?
Assuredly, yes, he is. Now, as he knows, as he knows, there's still some work to do. So keep up being good, be a good listener, be kind to other people, be helpful. But you are on the nice list. You can be a little bit higher, but just do a little work and you can get there.
That's right. And he's still got plenty of time right now for that to happen.
All the time in the world, for sure.
And Also, some child want to know, what do you do for the rest of the year when it's not Christmas season?
Well, as we mentioned, it's a year-round job, so we're always thinking about making toys. We're always making toys. We're preparing for the next year. We're doing maintenance on our sleigh. We're getting our reindeer into shape, and then we take a little bit of time off. I think this next summer, Mrs. Claus tells me we're going to go to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So we're going to go down there for a few days. But most of it is planning and working for the next Christmas. That's what we do.
Well, I hope all the kids don't flock to Myrtle Beach.
Well, I can't say what day I'll be there.
That's right, you can't. Well, this is coming from Gabriel, and Gabriel wants to know, can instead of presents, can he have cash for Christmas this year?
Can he have cash for Christmas?
Yeah,
Well, not
he
from
must have
Santa.
something he really wants.
Santa does not have cash. I'm just a toy maker. So toys are what I can do. But maybe I've seen in the store before, there's some envelopes that they sell at Walgreens that cash can go in. And I understand sometimes friends or grandparents might put a $5 bill in there. So maybe that's something that could still happen. But the most important thing for Gabriel to remember is that it's not about what you get, but that you got something, and it's the thought that counts. So we can make wishes and we can hope for how things are going to happen, uh, but you never know. Sometimes a surprise is even better than cash. Yeah.
That's true. And Santa, my wife kind of wants to know here that we celebrated one Christmas, and in our gift giving personally one another like that. I went around about a month or so, a few months ahead, and asked each one what did they what was the first their gift that they really remember when they was a child.
Mm.
And I went online and found all these old gifts that they had, from the Rock'em Sock'em robots to this right
Well,
here. And I gave each one of them there, and I said, this way you can remember the spirit of Christmas when you was a child, because sometimes we get older, we get a little rusty there a little bit. So she wanted to know, what was the most memorable Christmas wish you've ever heard?
the most memorable wish that I've ever heard from a child.
Yes.
Well, I think they go in two categories. There's kids that they want a unique thing, something that's unique to them. Boy, I have people ask me for the Legos, but I also have people ask me for a garbage truck. I don't know where they come up with these things, but it's the thing that's important to them, the thing that feels most special to them, the thing that they are relating to in their life at the time, and that's what they want to have. But in their heart, I've also had many children ask me for a happy Christmas. And that's really what they want. Sure, they love the toys, but they want a happy Christmas, one where their family is together and they're just having a great time and enjoying, if not a week or two, but that one special day, that Christmas morning. Oh, there's nothing like it. And that's the thing that they love the most.
Now, Santa, what do you wish you would hear more of from the children in their wishes?
Oh, I talk to so many children and they all do so well with the things that they want. I guess if I could ask for one thing from them, that they just realize that it's not always about the gift that they get, but it's about the magic and the spirit of Christmas, about giving and being kind and being nice to each other and building that community. That's the most important things. A lot of children know this. Most of them practice it. But when you see all the things that you want and hope for and wish for in toys and cookies and things like that, you can get distracted. But I guess I would wish that everyone would just seek that magic that is Christmas.
All right. Now I've got someone that's going to grow up as in a business field, and he wants to know, how do you handle the logistics of knowing what every child wants?
well, it's a lot of work. As I mentioned earlier, I have a genius logistics coordinator. His name is Bernard. He's my head elf, and he handles all the planning of all the things from production of the toys to inventory to the delivery of the toys, the routing, how we put things together and package things together. He is a project manager for sure, and I could not do it on my own. As I said, my gift is making and delivering toys. It is not figuring out all those logistical things, but luckily I have a great team.
Lily wants to know, does Mrs. Claus ever join you on your delivery routes, or she's just the brains behind the operation?
Oh, you've got that right. Is it Lily, you said?
Lily, yes.
Lily, you have it right. She is definitely the brains. She is the one that makes sure that everything is right, that I'm right, that we have everything that we need. No, she's never been out with me on the sleigh. She's kind of more a behind the scenes person. Now, she does come out during the month of December sometimes when we make Visit to Kids, but for Visit to Children's Homes on Christmas Eve, I don't think she's ever been with us. No.
Okay. Now, what y'all want to know is they kind of get some clarification because they can't make up their mind of what a specific request, they really, and they're excited to see you and they just can't make up. So how do you decide what each child should have when they really don't send you a specific request or tell you? How do you work that out?
Well, yeah, sometimes they don't know exactly what they want. And a lot of times those are the children that are just happy to get a surprise. So we try to take the things that we know about them, maybe what we got them last year, maybe what they've been focusing on at school or something that they love. And we try to bring them something that fits into that will make them happy. So that's how we do it.
I knew it had to be something there, and then I think she was a little worried because sometimes we can't make up our mind. There seems just so much stuff out there we just can't make up our mind.
That's true, and that's okay. You don't have to have a decision. You can just ask for a surprise and leave it up to Santa to decide.
Now I have another one that's really concerned about you, Santa. It says,
Oh,
what is on Santa's own wish list?
oh, my wish list. I would like to have some new sleigh bells. I'm hoping that we're going to get some of those this year. Have some new sleigh bells. That would be fantastic. And well, I don't know. A wide variety of cookies, perhaps, and ice cold milk. That's the things that I'd like to have.
And someone will know, how do you stay so jolly and energetic every year?
Oh,
Because they notice that sometimes that they have bad days, and it seems like you're just so jolly all the time.
oh, we all have bad days, but when you see me, it's usually leading up to Christmas like we're doing right now. And since I love it so much, I can't help but to be excited and full of joy and full of energy for it. So I probably doze off and take a nap come March or April. But when we get to this time of year, you're right. I am ready, ready to get ready for Christmas.
What is the strangest snack a child has ever left you?
Oh, this you mentioned earlier, or someone brought up vegetables, and
Yes.
I think the strangest snack I've ever had. It was about 3 years ago. This young boy named Daniel, I believe he had collected all the vegetables he didn't want to eat from the past week, and he left them for me on Christmas Eve. A way to get rid of them, he thought.
Instead of feeding the dog, we're going to leave these for Santa, right?
That's exactly right. We'll hide them that way.
Santa, we know that you give gifts out, and we know that sometimes there are some naughty little boys and girls once in a while that do you feel bad about handing out coal when it comes sometimes when they just won't get off that naughty list?
Well, I definitely never want to give a child coal, but I do want them to get something. I want them to have some hope that things will be better. I want them to have some hope that they can turn things around. Sometimes we're just in a mood or something that isn't the greatest thing has happened to us, and it's hard to break out of that. But we have to smile and be optimistic and try to be joyful and part of being happy with other people. So that's what I want to have happen. So we don't try to punish children. We just want them to work on being the nicest version of themselves that they can be. And I know they all have it in them.
That's true. And also, they want to. Does your suit itch? Also,
Sometimes, we're dressed for the North Pole most of the time. So sometimes we'll get to a place that's quite a bit warmer, and underneath there, oh, sometimes that there's some wool or some of that fur. It gets scratchy and itchy, but we work our way through it. It's not that big of a problem.
well, listen to because when he put on new clothes and things, he just sometimes has to scratch.
Yeah, I don't like it. Sometimes I'll get a new shirt and it'll have that tag in the back and it rubs on my neck. So sometimes it has to be laundered a few times before it softens up. So that's something that happens to me.
Well, Caden wanted to know. You answered that you did have a pet, but she wants to know: does it ride along with you on the sled? And what's the pet's name?
Oh, yes. So sometimes they will ride along in the sleigh, but not on Christmas Eve. We don't have time for that. Right now, we do have a little pup, um, and and her name is a snowflake.
Ah, that's a cute name. And Santa, I've got some pictures here that I've kind of snuck and got one of your elves to send me a couple shots of you,
Oh,
and this way we can take a look at it and see what's in these pictures. And you
sure.
haven't seen these pictures because I said when I wrote to the elves, I said, can you send me some stuff that that hidden Santa. They said, well,
Okay.
sure. So I'll pop this up and you can comment on as we go. Now, let me back up a few here. We'll get to that one last, but here you are. Is this part of your office in the workshop?
Oh, that's one corner of the workshop. You've done some good work finding these photos for sure. Yes, so that's one of my favorite suits and belts right there. And yes, we're in the workshop. I think I was giving a tour to some fresh elves that were in there. Yes, sir.
Wow, I'd love to have an office like that. Now but you know what? I wouldn't get any work done. I'd be playing the whole time.
There's a lot of fun things in there for sure.
Now, I love this picture here. It's like, when we ask, how do you know if we've been good or bad? Is that here's a picture, you never know where Santa's going to be at.
Yeah, I came upon this family in a small forest, and they were just having a great time, and just checking in and seeing what everyone's up to. But yeah, I remember that day well.
I noticed that you was shushing the parents and all. Don't say nothing. And this,
Right, there was an older brother, and there were some parents there, I believe, and yeah, want them to keep it quiet.
can't you imagine they showed this picture later on? How surprised he's going to be. Wow.
I was there, right? He didn't know.
Now, this is a little close up when you're out there, when you're shushing them, saying, shh, I'm up close here. Don't tell him.
Yep, out. That looks like the woods near my house. I'm not sure where that was, but it looks like that in the
Yeah.
summertime, maybe.
If I was a parent and I seen like, I would just be so excited. I couldn't say nothing anyway.
That's true.
And here's on the left here, you having, is she an elf or she's just,
Oh, that's a little girl that visited in one of my workshops, and we were testing out a new phone system that Bernard had put together. So I think she was ringing out to one of the elf stations to see what they were up to. And then there's another. Oh, that young man Tommy right there. He was checking his name on the list at a place that I was one year that he came to see me. So yes.
oh, but they were so excited. And, these are just special little visitors that happen just, to come in. I think it was by invitation. You just can't just run up to the North Pole and drop in. There's got to be some circumstances there. So just letting kids know that, just don't can't just jump right on in to go there.
That's why we try to get out, especially in December, to come and right after Thanksgiving up until Christmas, we try to come out and see people where they are. So out at the shopping center or at a store, or sometimes we even visit some houses or some neighborhoods, and it's so much fun.
And when places are dressing things up for Christmas, you never know if Santa's going to pop in. Like right here, looks like he's taking your break, Santa.
Well, I believe this picture was we were in the sleigh. We were making a trip to pick up some things that we needed, and we just saw this beautiful little Christmas scene with that tree, and it was a good spot just to take a rest. So absolutely, when those come along, they're lots of fun.
That looked like a peaceful place right there to just kind of relax a little bit.
Indeed.
Now we have to ask about this one.
Oh, yes, indeed. It looks like that's me and the missus. We were visiting children somewhere. That's a glorious chair you can see there. It was actually made out of very large candy canes. So much fun the way those folks put that together. But yes, that's on a visit that we made for some kids.
Well, this is a rare photo of you and Mrs. Claus because understanding is that she don't like to be kind of in the limelight too much. Just kind of a little bit in the background and let Santa do his work there. But I said, "Oh yes, I got to have a picture of Mr. and Mrs. Claus." And Elle says, "We got to dig deep and find it," and he did. He did a great job.
Well, I'm surprised they sent you one, but good for you for getting a hold of it.
Flip back on us right here, Santa. And Santa, now that it's getting closer and closer to Christmas, and I'm going to let you go here in just a moment. What do you want to say to all the boys and girls and to the parents before we let you get back to your hard work and get back to your cocoa and things? So, what would you like to tell them for this upcoming season?
Well, I would say this. Christmas is a special time of year. It only comes around once, obviously, and it's the time that we have to really enjoy each other, to spend time together as friends and as family. And I hope that everyone cherishes that time because it goes by fast. So enjoy your loved ones, enjoy some great Christmas treats, some meal together, the giving of gifts, the Christmas tree, the lights, all the things that make the season so much fun. That's what I wish is everybody takes advantage of that.
Well, Santa, I appreciate you coming on the show here, and I know you're just real busy to get all the kids excited, and I'm hoping this little kickoff here for them is going to make them much happier and being nicer, and not only to their parents but to their other children too, and just hope they just see this joyful time that you're coming to town, you're coming to their house, and it's going to
Well,
be soon.
it is going to be, and it's just been so great for you to have me. I was so excited when Bernard told me that we were going to get to speak again and do it over this connection, and I got to see you tonight. So thank you so much for Jerry for all the things that you do as well, and it's been an absolute pleasure. And thanks to all the kids who took the time to check in on old Saint Nick. A Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you, Santa, and I will see you in a few minutes there just to say a personal goodbye. And God bless, and we'll see you just a minute. I'm going to put you backstage just a second.
Thank you.
Whoops. Okay. That's right. You just got to see the real Santa, and he is coming to your house soon. So just be so nice. Like he said, he has some great pointers there for you. He loves cookies. Remember that now. And don't forget the good, wholesome milk also. Well, I'm Jerry McKee, and stay tuned next Monday. We'll have Ashley Green. She's a striving artist that's coming up real fast. She's great, so that'll be next week. But right now, I'm Jerry McKee, and you have a great evening and a good night.